What's up, family? This is Goddess Sage. I'm back, and I just want to touch on the infamous now Surviving R. Kelly documentary. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole bunch about this, but there are some things that I do want to talk about because I think they are very, very important. So, let me address the fact that the entire 6-part series disgusted me to the point of bewilderment. I was literally watching in disbelief that this stuff was going on and that this man was able to continually do this stuff to so many young girls and adult women. I could not believe that he was able to abuse this many people and is continually doing it now. It was actually shocking. And shocking is not even the word to describe it, but that's the only word that I can think of. It was, to say the least, disturbing. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's called the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, and it's on Lifetime. So, go and watch it because you should be informed. Not to be gossipy or, for entertainment. This stuff really was informational, and I think everybody should watch this to see what's actually going on out here. Because when I tell you I was shocked, I'm not just saying that. I was literally shocked. So the first time I watched it with my husband. And then I watched it again with my teenage daughters. Because I wanted them to see with their own eyes that the things me and my husband tell them are true. We aren't just making up shit. We not just making rules to be mean. We not just telling them, hey, you gotta watch out for these boys. Hey, you can't just be out here looking any kind of way. Grown men will try to hit on you and take advantage of you. We not just saying that just to say it. So I watched that with them so that they could really see that this is real life. And you really have to be careful out here in these streets. And they got it. Trust me, they got it. They saw these young women getting caught up with this grown man and being abused after the fact. See, that's the point that I tried to let them know. These men and boys will tell you anything. Some of them. I'm not saying all men are like this, but some of them will tell you anything just to get what they want, and then they will abuse you in ways. So, they really got it after watching that. Now, I have some notes just so I don't forget. Y'all know I forget stuff when I'm on these videos. So if you hear papers, I'm just trying to make sure I get to my points. But R. Kelly is a sick individual. Pretty much. He's a sick individual. He was abused as a child, but he is a sick individual. He has a mental illness. We learned also in the documentary that this man can hardly even read or write to this day as a grown 50-something-year-old man. So he has some mental issues going on with him, and that is not an excuse. But let's not act like this predatory nature and this abusive nature is just him. This is going on with many men and women because he was abused by a woman. This is going on way too much in our society. It's just way too much. And many girls, boys, men, and women have gone through this abuse. They have been sexually, physically, or mentally abused by someone in their lifetime. And let's not forget, Marvin Gaye. I'm not sure if y'all know this, but Marvin Gaye, who is R. Kelly's idol, and you can tell this through his music, especially the Chocolate Factory album. Marvin Gaye impregnated his 15-year-old niece. His 15-year-old niece. And his wife took that baby and they adopted that baby and raised this little boy as their own. The wife. And things went on like nothing happened. Marvin Gaye was 26 or 27 years old and impregnated this 15-year-old family member. And this is not something new. This goes on in families, and it's being kept a secret. And it traumatizes these individuals that go through this stuff, these girls, young girls and boys that are involved. They are traumatized. It's a lifelong scar on their spirit, on their subconscious, on their mental, if they do not deal with it. And everyone else just moves on with their life like nothing happened. Because, like I said before, people keep this kind of stuff a secret. So my whole point of this video was to tell you all that it's time to heal. It's time for everybody to heal. This documentary was a wake-up call and an eye-opener to everyone that you need to heal this trauma. If you have gone through any type of abuse, be it sexual, mental, or physical, as an adult and especially as a child, you have to heal that trauma that lies inside of you. You should speak to a spiritual healer or even a medical professional if the scars are that deep. You have to take care of that. Now, R. Kelly is an in-your-face example of what can happen if you do not heal that hurt. Because he was violated, sexually abused by people in his life when he was a child. And one of those people that we know of was his own sister. He was sexually abused by his own sister as a child. And when he grew up, he went on to violate others. You know that subconsciously you are not if you haven't worked through that trauma. It may manifest itself as small as not trusting all men to having problems with intimacy. You may tell yourself, I'm just not lovey-dovey, or all men cheat, to justify it in your mind, but the truth is, both of those statements are false. And you need to heal yourself so that you can be complete and live your life to the fullest. If you all do not know, I know most of you do because you have been on my page for a while, I am an ordained metaphysical minister. I am also a metaphysical practitioner, which means that I am a spiritual healer and a spiritual counselor. So I am able to assist those who may need help healing these wounds. You can email me at goddesssage@outlook.com, or you can inbox me on Facebook for a consultation. But as I stated earlier, if your trauma is beyond my scope, I will advise you to seek a medical professional for help. So just heal yourself. And if you have family members or children who have had any sexual, mental, or physical trauma, make sure they get help as well. This is such an important issue. This is such an important topic, especially amongst our community, that we really need to be vigilant and just take this documentary seriously. This was not put out as just entertainment. This was put out as information. This is informational. That's why it's called a documentary. So be sure to take a look at it and talk to your family. Talk to your friends. You never know what somebody might have gone through. Talk to your spouse. Even men and boys, like I said, you never know what your husband may have gone through, or your brother. So, you know, be open and have empathy for these people so that you can help them help and heal themselves. And if you have gone through this, especially if you have gone through this as a woman. You have to heal that, or it will manifest itself in your life. You may allow yourself to be abused in relationships. You may allow yourself to be taken advantage of because subconsciously you think that you're not worthy. And you are. So seek that help. If you can help yourself, if you don't want to get help, you can try to heal yourself. People heal themselves all the time. So, just try to do the work. But if you need help, reach out and get it. I'm here. There are others, spiritual counselors that are available. And like I said, if you need a medical professional, seek that out as well. So that's all I have for right now. I do have more videos, so this might be another 2 for 1 day. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook at Goddess Sage. I'm also on Instagram at House of Spiritual Awakening. And my other YouTube page is also House of Spiritual Awakening. And I do readings. I'm a spiritual counselor. So hit me up if you need any of those services. At my email, on my Facebook, DM me, whatever it may be. Just get in contact with me the best way, through whatever means you use social media. So I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.